Yes, this is Tactical Radio on Tactical United. Man United just about beat this Omnia team 3-2. It's a crazy, crazy result. And ultimately, we played poor. And we need to focus on two things here. Two things are happening right now. Bruno Fernandes. Now, he is not leading the team very well. He has no, I think he's becoming the new Maguire. When I see him on the pitch, I don't like it. I don't want him there. He gives away the ball consistently. He doesn't galvanize the team. He's erratic. He's anxious. He plays a very anxious style of football, which I do not like. It's not calm. It's not precise. It's not conducive to good football. It's anxious, erratic, messy football that he plays. It's not controlled. There is no control with Bruno Fernandes. He is making us look a shambles, and he is our leader. He is our leader, and another leader who is not fit for the role. Bruno Fernandes is not fit for the role. As soon as Martial came on, we just looked a better team. Rashford, yeah, he came on and did his thing. Give him credit. I'm a massive critic of Rashford, but I mean, it's Omnia. I don't even care. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually don't really care. I don't really care that we scored. I don't really care that we won because we should win. It's Omnia. Like, one player is worth all more than their whole team. So why am I even concerning about Omnia? I do not care. Whatever the team, Ammonia, whatever I don't care what the team is. I can't even say the name of the team. Like, that's how much I don't give a shit about the team. Do you understand? I couldn't care less about that team. And we struggled to beat that team. 3-2 is an embarrassing result against that team. And it is embarrassing because Bruno can't link the play. Bruno is all over the place. And if Ten Hag continues to persist with Bruno Fernandes, we will continue to not win games. We need to change our style of play. Our style of play needs to be cohesive. It needs to be in sync with everyone, needs to be in sync. Bruno Fernandes is not in sync. McTominay is not in sync. Maguire is not in sync. And certain time, and you know what? The only player we can get away with is Rashford. Rashford, even though he's not in sync, he can get away with it. Why? Because he can change games. He can score goals and change games. And that there is an allowance for a player who's not in sync that can score goals and change games. But right now, Bruno Fernandes is not scoring. Right now, Bruno Fernandes is not changing games. Right now, Bruno Fernandes is looking like a flop. We've had Bruno Fernandes for nearly 3 years, and we've only had. So let's talk about lockdown. The first lockdown, and the second, and after that lockdown, after the end of that season lockdown, that's that beginning of the season. So we've had, like, maybe, let's say, 30 games that are good, get like 30 games of consistency out of Bruno Fernandes, and that's it. We've not had anything else from Bruno Fernandes, and we paid £67 million for this dude, and this dude is showing me that he is not a Manchester United player. He's not a top level high baller. In big games, missing. In small games, he doesn't. He might score, he might do an assist, but his productivity overall is shocking, and he's not a leader. So we need to move on from Bruno Fernandes. We need a lot of players. We need a lot of players. That's what we need. We need a lot of players. We need to get rid of this number 10 style and do a free and midfield type style. That's what we need to start focusing on, first and foremost. Secondly, so we need proper midfielders. We need midfielders who can hold the ball and control the game. We need that. We have Eriksen who can do that decently, but I don't know what he's doing right now. We don't have anyone else. We have no one else who can do that in our team. This is Manchester United. This is Manchester United. This is Manchester United. And the thing is, we can't even produce players who can hold the ball. Gary Neville said on his podcast that Man United with Scholes, he said something like, "Oh, Man United never been a position-based team." That's what Gary Neville said, and he's right, except for Van Gaal. And when we was a possession-based team, and Van Gaal, we beat Liverpool when we had worse players. We beat Man City when we had worse players. beat Arsenal when we had worse players. When you're a possession-based team, you can win games because you can create chances because the other team cannot get the ball. Now, that Man United style that we don't hold possession is an old Fergie style, which he could win the Premier League in 2013, 12, whatever, but this is 10 years later. It's not the same league. So we need to move to a possession-based style. And Bruno Fernandes with his Hollywood, Sancho needs to improve massively. Ronaldo can help, but that's all it is. Anthony, I like him. People don't. I think he's a threat. I think he's a danger in the game. I think he's unpredictable, and I like that element in his game. Like Sancho hasn't got that at the moment, and he's looking worse than Anthony at the moment, without any shadow of a doubt. Casemiro just is better in midfield than McTominay because he just is, but we need to see Casemiro more consistently. We can't see him in these bitty games in Europa League. You can't be paying 60 million for bitty games in Europa League over McTominay. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know if Ferguson's having influence. I don't know what's happening. And Luke Shaw needs to start over Malacia. Malacia, for me, in my heart, I always thought that Malacia isn't better than Luke Shaw. I didn't really see anything attackingly. I didn't really see anything defensively. Is okay, but attacking wise, I haven't seen anything from him in anything at all. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've not seen anything attacking from Malacia. I don't see any attacking threat. And for a fullback in this modern day, we need an attacking threat. We was lucky. I know we were the better team ultimately, but we was lucky because the fact that they scored 2 goals is embarrassing. The fact that they made us put us under pressure is embarrassing. The fact that our goals came from individual brilliance is embarrassing. Martial needs to start, Rashford and Anthony the next game. Bruno needs to be benched. We need to play Fred and Eriksen and Casimero or whatever. Like we need to just go back to some basics of tactics and just play the 4-3-3 basic. This Bruno Fernandes thing is not working. We do not keep the midfield. He empties the midfield and we do not have possession and it's not conducive. He's a bench player. I think Bruno Fernandes is better coming on off the bench when we need a goal and he can create something. I think that's a perfect role for him at Manchester United. I think it's a perfect role, and if he doesn't like it, he can fuck off. I'm Tactical Red. This is Tactical United. Man United won, luckily, and boy, we need to improve massively.